Good morning, people. Tell you what, it is getting cold now. Last night I even thought about sticking some wood on the fire, and this morning when I got up it was freezing. Got the coat on now, all zipped up. Winter is definitely on its way, especially in the UK. And all the rain we've had this week, 1 minute it's raining, next minute sun's out, then it's raining. Weather over here is crazy. Mornings are cold. I'm going to talk about today about calories and content and of these watches, these trackers, and how accurate they are. Now, people will put these watches on, this site can catch them out really. They'll put these watches on and they'll go to their fitness app and it will say how many calories they've burned, and then with the food they've eaten, how many calories they've got left. Well, the thing is, these are not accurate, and there was a study with these watches. Some of them are up to 90% out. Can you believe that? 90%, that's ridiculous. So you'll get someone who's obviously going about their food tracker, putting their food in every day, and their watch is tracking all the food they eat. And at the end of the day, that's saying, oh, you've got flipping 700 calories left. They're like, 700 calories? Well, that means I can have a piece of cake with a cup of tea before bed, etc. And that can continue through the week. But if these aren't accurate, then you will not be making no progress. That's why a lot of times, sometimes people will come to me and they'll have, they'll use like a tracker of a MyFitness or something like that, and they'll put it in and it'll tell them how many calories they should be eating a day. A lot of the time it's wrong, because also it's dependent on the person. Everybody's metabolic rate is different, but this just goes on an average of per person. And if they're combining that with a watch that's telling them they burn so many calories, and they are putting them together and it's just not working, they're not going to lose the weight. They're living in this dream world, but not the world where they want to be, obviously, with the way they want their body to look, etc. So how can you get around that then? Can you still use these trackers? Well, yes, you can, in a way, but only for steps. Watches, only use them for steps. You can use them to, obviously, for your heart rate and blood pressure. Depends how advanced your watch is. But for actually tracking calories, do not use it. And also, with these food ones, only use them for tracking what foods you eat, but not for how much you can eat. And then yourself, with them steps and them calories you've counted, if they're exactly the same each time, if you use the same app, because sometimes you can go on these MyFitnessPals or these food trackers, and you'll type in the food, and it'll say totally different to the food on another one with the same name or another app. Or also, sometimes if you've got the actual packet in front of you and you work it out yourself, they're totally different, because all these things that's been inputted have been inputted by you or me. It's a bit like a Wikipedia. Everybody has a little bit of info and puts it in. That's how they're built. It's not independently built, it's built by everybody. So a lot of these things that's put in there could be false. So you're coming from false information. So if you build up your own tracking system it's what I've done. So when I track people, I built my own tracking system of the calories I've allocated to them, the ratios of the macros, and then also adding what exercise they do within steps. I only count steps. You can put in the gym and that, but you only really need 10,000 steps, and from that with the calories. And also, if it's working well with them, and it depends obviously on your goals. If you're going for muscle gains and stuff like that with your training, then yes, you'll have to implement more calories on certain days when they're trying to bring up different body parts like muscle, etc. But for general weight loss, and for the general person who don't really bother with the gym, just go with the 10,000 steps, and then the management of their food, you can bring their weight down and their calories into a better place, and also where it's manageable and it's sustainable and the diet is easy. But like I said, it has to be tracked, and everything has to be tracked to the gram. Can't be like nonchalant with it and just like, oh, chuck this in there or just chuck that, because it throws it all out of whack. It's like baking a cake. You can't look at the ingredients of a cake in a book and it says, right, it wants butter, it wants flour, it wants egg, and you just chuck whatever ingredients you want in it by the amount and expect to get the same cake. You won't. Exactly the same with dieting. When you're doing all your calories, your macros, your fats, your carbs, your protein, if you start chucking them all in willy-nilly, you will not get the same results. So that's the be all and end all of it. You've got to be tracking. Do not rely on these apps, these watches. You've got to do it yourself. Or if not, get someone to do it for you. As you've seen, I've just started doing advertising to do coaching. I mean, I've been doing this for over 15 or 20 years. 15 years, seriously. And I've looked at every single study. I watch every single podcast daily. This is my in and out every day. Driving in my car, listening to podcasts, watching podcasts, reading studies, reading books. You know, I live for this, I enjoy it. And so I have all the information there that you might not have, so I can help you. Also, I'm a father, I've got a full-time job, I've got a family, I'm 43 years old, so I can maybe relate to you in that way as well, you know, aches and pains, motivation, obviously work, kids, family life, arting, you know, partners. It's all there. I've been through it all, so I know the struggles. I'm not just someone who says, here, here's this plan, get on with it. No. And also I tailor everything to you, your foods, the foods you like. You tell me the foods you like, and what I will do, I'll work around them foods. Because at the end of the day, if you don't enjoy something, you're not going to do it. So I've got all different plans and all different ideas and all different systems into place, and I'll talk you through it and be there for you and help you to reach your goals. That is the main aim. Because I've got a job which pays good money, so I don't need to do this for the money. But like I said, I've been doing it for free for people and for friends and that, and I get all the time, you should do coaching. And I was like, yeah, well, and that's been going on for years. So now I just thought, yeah, go on, take the plunge, but with the time it takes, and obviously the time I'm going to put in and put to the clients and stuff, or to you never know, to you, then I need helping out a bit with that, with a bit of payment, as you say, or a bit of money, or a bit of doula. but I don't really do it for that, because I just enjoy seeing people progress, and when they're coming back to me and they're saying they're losing weight, that makes me happy. You know, I mean, that's what I was doing this for first. It's just like, this is how it started off. To give out information, guidance. I'm always there to give out information and guidance. If you just want some of that, just drop me a message without anything like that. But if you do want someone to help you with coaching and nutrition and just lifestyle, you know, motivation, send me a message, and you never know, I may be helping you reach your goals soon. Well, have an amazing day. Lovers or haters. See you later.